Today on Sais Serials, I'll be suggesting to you Primal Hunter by Zogarth. Or Zogarth, I don't know which. It's basically a pen name. Don't know which. Either way, the Primal Hunter is your basic lit RPG system book. But by basic, I mean that it's a decent read and that I suggest it to you. Point being is the main character's name is Jake Thane. He and a couple of his colleagues at an office building were going out to lunch. They got in the elevator. Ding, bam. Teleported to a different universe. It's called the tutorial. And they were each given a chance to choose their class, get some starting gear, and bam. A couple of groups of 10. The entire race of humanity shoved in different tutorials. Jake Thane's tutorial was a massive forest. Not a jungle, as I almost said, but a forest. And their first night, he kills a man. But to that I say to you right now, the interesting part of Primal Hunter is the magic system, the story, and the motivations of the main character. You'll be able to find chapters 1 through 73 in a book called Primal Hunter by Zogarth on Amazon. You'll also find 1 through 300 or so on Royal Road. I suggest you find it on Royal Road, cheaper, and I think you'll enjoy being able to read through the entirety of the books. Secondly, I'm not going to tell you guys anything else about it, except that just keep your eyes on Jacob, Casper, William, and also, considerably, don't get too attached to anyone. Also, consider what you would do in this scenario. In the scenario given here. How you'd thrive, how you would die, and all that jazz. Point being is that Primal Hunter is fundamentally, truly a good story that I would suggest to you. Now these serials, I'm trying not to tell you a damn thing about any of the books I suggest. For one simple reason. Because I don't want to spoil anything. No surprises, no, not at all. No surprises for anybody, I want all of you. I don't want to spoil any surprises that are in the book. Or in the following reading material that you'll be able to find. My point being is this. I want all of you to actively try to find it and read it. It's a good story, a decent character bio, and quite frankly, also really, I'd say to you right now, smart when it comes to religious fanaticism. I kid you not. I'm thankful for that so much. I do not. There's gods in this, like lots of gods, primordials too. Point being is this. There is a nice bit of story, levels, a lit RPG system, class modifiers, birds. But birds don't come in the book on Amazon, but you'll find that out later. Point being is this. Birds, community, familia, love, hatred, psychopathism, psychopathy. I'm thinking out here. War, death. I already say love. Yes, I already did love. Think what else? Intermissions. If you read on Royal Road. Think what else? What else would be good to tell you about? Well, I guess I can go into the magic system because I can probably go in the magic system because I went really deep in the magic system on the first one. Alright then. Basically this. You got your classes. You got your warriors, which are divided into 3 categories. You got your warriors, which are basically your rogue, your archers, and your knights. Those 3 warriors can basically go between, can be used different weaponries. Rogues, as you expect, specialize in knives and stinking. Archers, they're all about the stealth, the trapping, and the shooting from far away. The knights, they're all about taking hits and punching shit. Then we got your casters, and fundamentally that can be divided into this: the pew pew or the sparkle sparkle. As your basic casters are basically just the whole healer, then the sparkle sparkle and your healy. Takes mana, of course. Then there's the pew pew, which is the basic, just a mana bolt mage that are just basically shoot things. Other than that, I mean, you grow from there. Your choices, yourself, everything that is from you grows to make your own character. The system doesn't really have a limit, except for bloodlines. Bloodlines will be explained later, but simply know this. Bloodlines are out of the system, and they are broken as hell. So, fundamentally, point being to that fact, they are broken as hell. And that you're not likely going to get some, because trust me when I say to you, you'll find this out later. Also, there's builds for pacifists, there's builds for pragmatists, there's build for socialites, there's build for ingenuitive types, there's also builds for monsters and rapists. I'm not kidding on that last bit. There are builds for every walk of life, from priest to madman, and those two are not exclusive. So trust me when I say to you lot, read it, find out how you will enjoy it, and please, for the love of God, if you do read it and you don't like what you think, please don't death threat the author. Apparently he had a problem with that, and he stopped reading comments because of it, because quite frankly, he stopped wanting to hear the bullshit of people. So if you don't like it, don't send him death threats. Just stop reading. Other than that, if you like it, keep reading. Support the damn bastard. If he is a bitch or a bastard, I don't know. All I know is this. He's probably he's Danish. He likely has lived in America for a bit of time. Or not, don't know which. He probably speaks English. And most likely, he enjoys archery. Other than that, I wouldn't know. And those last couple of things are guesses. I know he is Danish because he said he's Danish in one of his little author notes on Royal Road. Point being is this. It's an epic adventure. And by epic adventure, I mean it's an epic adventure of trouble. I'll be quite honest with you. The tutorial, it's 2 months. 2 months of survival for our little group that we follow. 2 months. With 12,000 people. Now I'm going to ask you a question. 2 months of 12,000 people, where you got to survive and kill animals for food and shit. And you get tutorial points for killing things. Not just the animals, but the people too. I'm going to ask everyone that listens to this a simple question. How many of you would be like, oh, let's go kill some humans? They're probably worth more. You get half. I should tell you right now, you get half of the human. You get half of the human total if you kill them. Point being is though this. Kill the animal, depending on the level of that animal, you get a set total. Kill a human, get half their shit. And by shit, I mean their tutorial points. Tutorial points, as you would guess, what do you think tutorial points are for? What do you think they're for? It doesn't tell you until later. You'll find that out. So guess. Scheme. Think. What would you do, I ask you? What would you do in this situation? What would you do if you were forced to be into the tutorial? What class would you choose? How would you progress? What would you take? I ask a simple fact, my dear friends. How would you go about your business in this world? 2 months, I say. 2 months of survival. So, know this. It's gonna be bad. I should also mention that level 10's your first big get, but you're probably gonna be getting power at 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 is where the big level up goes at. It's where you do the shit, where you soak and do the weird, becoming material out of the immaterial jazzery. One being is this, that it is fundamentally, truly a good story. I love it. I like it. And I'm continually reading it. I want to tell you shit that I've already read, but I'm not telling anyone anything in this review. Because, again I say, because I want you all to read it. To listen, to hear my words, and read the damn book. And then read the rest of the damn book that he's not put into a book format and merely made into different chapters. Because that, my dear friends, is what I suggest to you. Read the book. It's fantastic. It's glorious. It's not for everybody, of course. It's got murder in it. Not a lot of sex. Like, no sex at all. I know you guys probably think, oh, he probably reads porn too, because the last book, but not a lot of sex. This is mostly just a, hey, this guy fundamentally wants a challenge. And he's gonna do a lot of crazy, stupid things. He is. But I say to you right now, read the book. And, just as a joke, signing off on this, may the malefic viper not poison you when you meet him.